Have you ever came in from a long, hard day at work and thought to yourself, you know what? I'm so done with being a human. That's it, I've had enough of this daily routine. I want to be a dragon. Imagine spending your days incinerating your enemies with massive fireballs, eating random sheep and cattle out of fields, doing dragon stuff. I mean, it's so much better than your normal job. Unfortunately for us though, dragons don't exist. Try not to get upset about that though. Just grab yourself a nice cold beer and a copy of Dragon Spirit for the PC Engine. This is a game where instead of slaying the dragons, you get to be the dragon. And you get to drink beer. I don't know why anyone would spend their Saturday night doing anything else other than that. Dragon Spirit is a game by Namco for the PC Engine and comes on a Hue card, like we saw in my previous review of the PC Engine. This game's a bit of a twist of a popular genre from the time, the top-down shooter. Usually if you find a top-down shooter out there for an older console, it's going to have spaceships in it. But not this game. This game has you flying around as a dragon. Now you might be thinking, surely nothing's going to be able to stop me because I'm a dragon. But no, that's not how this game works. Everything is out to get you in this game. It kind of gives you a good idea of what it would be like to be a dragon because everything seems to bloody hate you. Even the trees in this game are shooting fireballs at me, like give me a break. You're supposed to be a tree. You can't even move. Enemies in this game include birds, hippos, and an abundance of Loch Ness monsters, especially in this first level. I don't know what their deal is. I think they're out to get me because I'm part of what Scotland has become today. If you're not too sure what I mean by that, you should probably go and watch Trainspotting. That's a good example. So how exactly are you going to take down these little twits of nature? Well, there's an abundance of power-ups in this game, and they come in the form of eggs that when you blow them up, for some reason a glowing orb appears. These power-ups will give you such things as making your firepower as explosive as a nuclear bomb and giving you an extra head. You can have a maximum of 3 heads. Have you ever came across a game where you can gain extra heads? I haven't. Usually it's just 1 head, and that's a downfall of today's games. Can you imagine running around in Call of Duty with 3 heads? I would play that game every single day of my life. This game has a classic difficulty level of the arcade game, so usually you have to play them a couple of times before you get a feel for it and memorise the enemy patterns. Personally, I use the turbo switch on the PC Engine's controller for this game because I feel as if it makes it a lot easier for me, and I'm a big cheat. Oh no, it's Nessie. I'm sorry, I take back what I said about Trainspotting. Robert Carlyle's not even that good anyway. Stop! Stop! As you can probably see, I'm about to have my arse handed to me by the first boss of the first stage. This is mainly because as I was progressing through the first stage, if you take a hit, you don't only just lose one of your 3 lives, but you also lose your power-up that you've just received. Look who's back with 2 heads. Piss off back to Jurassic Park, you big green idiot. Something I forgot to mention about this game is that not only do you have to shoot enemies that are flying in front of you, but you also have to shoot enemies which are on the ground. You do this with the number 2 button on the PC Engine gamepad, which launches a blue coloured fireball. It can catch you out a lot of the time because you're not paying attention to what's on the ground as opposed to what's in front of you in the air. If you're not paying attention to the enemies on the ground, this can really screw up a good run because usually they'll fire those little annoying floaty pellets which will get you eventually and it'll end up covering the whole screen. And trust me, there's nothing more infuriating than when you've just dodged certain death and a little tiny glowing ball comes and smacks you in the face and that's it, game over. As well as the stackable power-ups that you get while playing this game, you also get ones that will last for a limited time, which will give you things like fireballs rushing all around the screen, and you can just see that I picked up a gold one. I have no idea what that does. So you might be thinking, Phil, that's all very fine and well, but what's actually happening in this game? Well, I thought to myself, don't worry, I'll get the manual out and it'll tell us the story. No, it's all in Japanese. But don't worry, because we're all spoiled by the technology that will one day kill us, I typed it into Google. So now, I'm going to read you the story of Dragon Spirit. Cue Greensleeves style music. Turn back the hands of time and journey to a fantasy kingdom where mythical beasts and wild creatures roam the land. After a millennium of captivity, an ugly serpent demon named Zawel escapes imprisonment and kidnaps the beautiful Alicia, princess to the kingdom of Midgard. A young but crafty soldier, Amel, is selected to rescue the princess and destroy Zawel. In praying to the gods for strength and courage, he points his sword high towards the heavens. Suddenly he is transformed into an all-powerful blue dragon, bestowed with special powers. Yes. This is one of the games I'm probably going to be playing for a while, as it's got that kind of arcade style to it that you can go back to again and again, try to beat your high score and things like that. But it's got 9 stages and I'm not past the second or third one yet, so yeah, I'm pretty much going to be at this game for a wee while longer. I'm still not 100% sure what all the power-ups actually do, so I'm going to basically investigate into that and find out, just so I can get a bit better at this game. So what do I think of Dragon Spirit for the PC Engine? Well, I've only had it a short time because I've only just got a PC Engine, but I feel like this is a game I'm going to come back to again and again because let's face it, after you've had a bad day at work, there's no better way of relaxing than buying a 6-pack and pretending to be a dragon. Then when I'm fed up of being a dragon, I can just stick on Skyrim and kick the utter shit out of them.